Now, I gotta say, this one is quite a beastly build. Well, anyways, for that first weapon, I went with the Great Axe, and I put the quality affinity on it just because my strength and dexterity are the same. I also threw the War Cry on there, just giving you some more attack power, so your damage is just going to be doing that much more for, you know, a little bit of time, about 10 seconds. Now, the second weapon you want to use is that Butcher Knife. I put the quality affinity on it as well, just because it gave me the most attack power, so why not? This knife as well will also heal you, so as long as you keep hitting with it, you'll keep getting a little bit of health. Just a little bit, not a whole lot though, but it's good for exploring. I also threw on the Beast Roar Ash of War. This just sends out a mighty roar and is able to hit enemies from far away. It's actually pretty nice and fun. Now for that last bit, you definitely want to throw on that Claw Mark Seal. Just because you're going to be using all of the bestial incantations, you might as well just boost up their damage. For the armor, the best thing that I thought that looked pretty close to him was the Champion's Pauldrons. You know, it gives him that nice fur skirt kind of looking thing that he has in the front. Too bad there's no like weird strap armor that he has on, you know, early on, but I don't really like that anyway, so I kind of prefer this. The bracers, I just went with the Elden Lord bracers. You know, he had a little bit of fur tuft coming out, so I just kind of went with something like that. And then I also went with these Shaman Leggings. These ones I thought actually just looked the best. You could also use the Ancestral Follower ones. These ones were a little bit darker, so they kind of just matched a bit more with the Champion's Pauldrons. Now, in order to kind of make him more like the Immortal Zodd, I wanted to just increase his health pool just significantly. So in order to do that, having that Erdtree's Favor on is just really good, raising your maximum HP by a percentage. And considering my Vigor's already at 60, it's just going to increase my HP by like 7 per point if I put into that, so it's not worth it. So I should just use the percentage-based scaling off of the Erdtree's Favor and the Crimson Amber Medallion. And with the +2 version of the Crimson Amber Medallion, your health pool can get raised up to near 2,700. And with such a massive health pool, it's going to be really hard to actually heal that up with any kind of real healing. So being able to use your flask as best as possible is going to be your best option, and having that Crimson Sea Talisman is just going to be able to increase that healing that much more with your flask. And with that, instead of needing maybe 3 to heal yourself, you might only need then 2 flasks to heal yourself. Now, I also threw on that Dragoncrest Greatshield Talisman just to boost up my physical damage negation. Considering my gear is pretty light on the negation in general, I just thought it would be really good to kind of boost that up a bit with a talisman. And it really helped out. Well, let's get into these bestial incantations, because these are pretty fun. And that first one is the Stone of Kronk. This is going to be your best option in your first slot, just because you can send out these rocks pretty easily with just one button press, and you can do it 3 times in a consecutive motion. And the damage is pretty good, and the stance break potential is also really good. For the second one, I got the Pocket Sand on there, the Bestial Sling.
Pocket Sand!
If you just need that little bit extra damage to get in there, you know, you got that Bestial Sling, just throw it out real fast. The Beast Claw is another one for about mid-range, a little bit farther range if you'd like, though it works a little bit better if there's kind of a group in front of you. This one is kind of the same as the other one, you know, Kronk's Beast Claw. It's just a big AoE attack, so if you kind of got more enemies on your butt, then use this one or the other one I just mentioned. I also threw that Bestial Vitality on there, giving you an extra 5 HP per second, on top of the healing, you know, you would do from your Butcher's Knife. You could also then just throw on the Blessing of the Erdtree to give yourself 12 HP a second instead of the 5. But really, it's up to you if you want to keep up with the motif then and have the Bestial Vitality, you know, with the beast form, you know, got a beast to throw right. Well, anyways, you're going to want to throw on that Golden Vow as well, and the Flame Grant Me Strength, just because it's just going to boost up your attack power that much more while you're fighting. I mean, who's going to say no to extra damage, right? Now with this Crystal tier, this is what allows you to have near 3,000 HP. This only lasts for a little bit of time, but, you know, to be able to have it throughout an entire boss fight, it's just pretty good. I might as well just throw on that Stonebarb cracked tier as well, considering my weapons are just so big. You know, I might as well just have that early stance break potential. If you don't find that Stonebarb to your liking as well, you could also just throw on the Strength Knot Crystal tier or the Dexterity Knot Crystal tier. Last but not least, we got Morgoth's Great Rune, just giving you some more max HP. All of this stuff put together, you've got near 3,000, and it's just a huge health bar. It looks so good. I hope we can get a few more items that'll allow us to raise our max HP in the DLC as well. Please, please let us have that health bar right there at the edge of the screen. Just a sliver. Now for the stats, I've got Vigor up at 60, you know, just getting that max HP as best as possible with the stats. Any more than that, and you're only getting 7 more HP per tick, and it's not worth it. For my mind and my endurance, I just had 4 extra points left over, so I just kind of threw them in there just to be able to help myself out a little bit. And as I had said earlier, my strength and dexterity are balanced at 50 to be able to utilize that quality affinity. That also gave me the most attack power possible. And then for faith, I just have it at 25 to be able to use all those incantations. Well, how do you use this build? Well, I guess just become a beast and start going to town. Beast away. Use your big beastly arms, your big beastly muscles, and wield those big weapons. Hit them with big damage and big physical something. I don't know where I'm truly going with this. Anyways, just beast on through. And well, anyways, you're going to want to utilize your L1 more than anything. That's going to allow you to use both of your weapons at the same time. Same thing if you're going to be doing a jumping attack. Also, just utilize your skills. It's going to give you some more attack power, or you get some range. Those rocks are really good if you're just far back. You know, just chuck a few rocks out at them, and then when they get close, just use your weapons, and you'll probably stance break them. I hope you liked this Immortal Zodd build. I know I did. Let me know in the comments below what other characters I should do, and I'll do my best to make them viable.